There's one thing that I'd like to find the answer to, and that is that this Moronococha, this big snake that's down at Moronococha, how did it end up so close to a civilized environment? In other words, there's houses all around that lake. These things do not like people. They like to stay away from people. And it got so annoyed that it just went and bashed one of these houses out of the way. Well, why is it? How did it come about that it used that area to reside in?
Maybe it's used the area for decades because the city's grown into it.
Ah, that's exactly what I think's happening. I think that instead of the snake coming to the people are going to the snake. The civilization or houses are moving out into areas they never were before.
Well, without a doubt, if you look at our photographs, you can see the aerial view of the city going right onto the edge of Moronococha Lake.
That was an Indian village. The city of Iquitos was an Indian village. They were called the Iquitos people. Now, there's 400,000 people that make up the city of Iquitos. So that just shows you how quickly and how far civilization has spread and how phenomenal it is, especially in the Amazon.
I agree with you. That snake behaved very unusually, though, didn't it? Rather than making itself very
snake behaved
overtly known, it was very subtle about how it dealt with its problem.
That snake behaved as though it had human intelligence. That's what it behaved like. Who would have thought of dragging an island over to knock a house over? If you know, like it's like you going from your house to throw a brick in the next neighbor door window, and you go over dressed as a tree, and you're over there, you throw a brick through the window, and you go back and stand in your garden for 10 minutes so nobody knows who it is. This snake dragged that island across, knocked the woman's house over, and then went back to where it was in the first place. You know, you would think a snake, if it's not that bright, would just swim right over to her house, bang, knock the house over, okay, fine, and back to the island. Didn't do that.
Did Mrs. Shuna actually see the snake?
She saw the snake.
Before it started moving?
No, she saw the snake when it had knocked over her house. She wasn't too pleased. You would be looking too, wouldn't you? You know what I mean? You know, where am I going to live now? You know what I mean? And the snake's saying, you know, anywhere but not here. Get out of here, you know?
I think the incredible thing is that it moved back to where it was in this, maybe not the centre of the lake, but where it originally started. It almost went in a semicircle and returned back.
Those people are nuts. I wouldn't live within 10 miles of that thing.
Well, she moved out, didn't she? She won't
but
go
I'm
back.
talking about the other people. There's a lot of elders and stuff that live around that lake of the tribe, right?
Yeah.
And they won't. They're still there. Are they nuts? You know what I mean? I think, you know, it's like Mokele-mbembe. Do you know this? Maybe you don't know this, but I'm going to tell you. Do you know there's a lot of mysticism with Mokele-mbembe?
No.
Yes. If you see it, it's bad luck. And if you eat the flesh, you'll die. And there's all this mystery with Mokele-mbembe. And there's also a lot of mystery with Yakumama.
Yeah.
I mean, I showed him a picture of that picture. You know the big picture of the Suresh in my room? And this guy says, he says, Yakumama. Nothing like Yakumama. They don't know what, some of them don't know what's going on. But there's mysticism. You know, if you see this thing, you're in deep trouble. You know what I mean? Anyway, that's it. Shut her off, will you?
Okay. We're wrapping up.
Shut it off, Craig,
okay.
please.